Aloha, this is Joshua Bowles with Lyric Woodwork and Snake Road Sawmill. Here in Hawaii, could also be referred to as the land of eternal summer. Something we have to be aware of is bugs and insects in the furniture. The last thing you want is to get a call from a client that there's a pile of sawdust underneath their dining table. So, and yeah, being always summer, you don't have the winter that'll kill off any of the critters. So there's a few steps that we take to take care of this problem. So the first is when we get a big log like this, one of the things we try to do is remove the bark. Pretty short order because there's a whole host of critters that like to live underneath the bark. But generally, you do have to wait a little bit of time. We've had this log about 3 months, so the bark is coming off pretty easily. If you were to try to do this within the first couple of weeks, it would not work. And so for this stage, I'll show you some of the critters that we're trying to get rid of. Let me see if I can find one. Well, essentially, you can see these lines and these marks. So here's one of them right here. That little guy there, he's hungry, and I just woke him up from his nap. Now, fortunately, we don't really have termites in any of the local woods. The only wood where I've seen termites is koa, and that's only when it's in contact with the ground. So, and you'll see there's these tiny little pellets that are a giveaway for the termites. But the one bug that we always have to be careful of is the powder post beetles. So what we do to take care of those guys is once we've milled them into slabs, then there's a chemical called biffin that we'll use. And typically the powder post beetles only affect the, there it goes. And you definitely want to stay upwind of this stuff. So we will treat everything. In the monkey pod, it just gets the sap, they just get the sapwood. Mango, they get all the wood. And so for several years, I actually wasn't even carrying mango because of that liability. But it's such a pretty wood that we started carrying it again. We're just very thorough and making sure that we treat it, go back, check on it, treat it again as necessary. And then the final thing we do, before we send a finished piece of furniture out to a client's home, we'll take it over to Aloha Termite to put in their vault, and they'll gas it, and then it's ready for delivery.